Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Back in the repair shop, as I like to call it. Not been in here for a while to do anything regarding filming or repairs. All tooled up for nothing. Basically, I've got nothing to repair. The bungalow, as you watch this channel, you'll know is all done now. I've got my solar fitted, I've got, you know, the heat pump fitted. And I've got nothing to actually get me tools on to do anything at the moment. Brought you back in here, dragged you back in this bit of a cool environment to do a bit of review on something that the whole of the Tinternet and the buyers on Tinternet have gone mad about. When I first saw this thing, I was very dubious. So I've been waiting to get a deal on the cheapest possible one. Now, a lot of these things are being sold on TikTok Shop, Facebook, where else have I seen them? Blimey, eBay. eBay seems a little expensive on them. If you can, excuse me, if you can hear a bit of motor noise, I've got something happening down here, so hopefully that won't pick it up so bad on the mic. So I'm going to do a bit of a deboxing, which will take me about 30 seconds on this thing that's turned up, and I'm going to show you what it's all about and tell you if it's worth it or not. And I'll tell you why I bought this particular one and how I feel about all this hype. Let's get on with this. Now, I will say one thing. Be careful what you buy when you do it. When you're renovating houses, because you're always left with a load of crap. I mean, look at all them now. These are like corner joints for PVC plastics in shower rooms and everything. My God, I bet there's about 60 quid's worth there, which will never get used. But anyway, let's move on to why we're here today. That annoys the hell out of me. I don't know if it's a bit dark in where I'm at the moment, so let me just put a light on. That one. Whoa. Hello, that's brighter. Right, this is what I've got. Okay. Delivered to me by like every parcel is. Let me just get into this. Okay, the big reveal of what I bought. One of these silly blowers. Let me just turn you around there. Now, everyone's going mad on these things, saying that they are super duper, real good, classy, real, you know, for the money they're unbelievable, they twist your arm and wow. Well, we'll have a go. Let me just put this down here. Bring you around and show you what else I got in the box. Not a lot, to be honest. Yeah, a couple of cheap looking extensions, funnel and an extension, and that's your lot in the box. So let me just get these out, stick them across here out of the way, junk that on the floor. You may well ask why I bought it, why I bothered with all the hype around them. And that's partly why I bought it, because of all the hype. Okay, this, as you can see, is the Ron Tally. Bring you into the light there. Ron Tally, yeah. Well, forget the name, okay? Forget how it looks. It's yellow. I'll say that at this particular time. It's yellow. These are the bits you get. We'll come back to them. Let me just get them out of the way. They all appear in the same pot. Can I just say that? Chinese made products like this that go out for the masses, you know, and hit the hype, the names are just bull, just totally BS, because you see exactly the same thing, exactly the same format with a different name on it from another supplier. All these motors in here are made at probably the same place. The shells are pressed at the same place, and then buyers will buy them and put them together and sell them as their own brand. So, you may ask why I wanted a yellow one. Because I am a DeWalt man. Have been for quite a few years. Milwaukee tools are not bad, but, well, I've had this discussion many times. I'm a DeWalt man, so that's why I've got that. Now, you may think, hold on, what, because of the colour, KK? No, not because of the colour. Because this thing takes DeWalt batteries. Yeah, it's the only reason why I went for this particular one. So I can slide my batteries straight in. Let me show you. Da-da! I've got two big 5 amps you know. I've just sold about 3 or 4 of these. I had that many of them and I weren't using them, so I sold a few of these, let them go quite cheap at a car boot, believe it or not. Shouldn't have done, but I did. So let's see. Whoa, it fits. That's a bonus, it fits. Now I know this is pretty much charged. Ooh, it's only got 1 green light. The good thing about DeWalt, tells you how much you've got in your battery as well, look. Okay, it's got enough. So I'm going to press this for the first time. Whoa. It's bloody noisy. Ooh. Okay. Musical. Right, let's see how powerful it is for starters. It is louder than I thought it was going to be. Oh, hello. It's moving the Osmo 3. You see that wobble there or not? But yeah, so let's get something that, see if it can move it. Right, this is a very heavy Karcher bottle, right? Got a load of fluid in it. That's quite heavy. I don't think 1 minute this is gonna this is gonna do anything, but let's just pull you down and I'll show you. No, can't budge it. Okay, maybe that's too much. Let me get something a bit lighter. Little metal bracket, right? No weight to that. Let's see if it can shove that across the screen at you. Okay, it blew it away. At the minute, out back here, I've got no real leaves because I'll show you something now and I'll put it on the screen as I'm talking. This is one of the adverts I've seen regarding this leaf blower being used, and I thought, no, behind that person is a full-size, proper, expensive leaf blower. Some of these adverts you see for these things are a complete con. So let me just make that quite clear. They are a con. So let's try something else with it, shall we? Now, the main reason I bought this was, one, to see all the hype, okay, see what it was all about, and also when I wash my cars, I do get all the droplets left on the car, and I've been using some very professional drying rags. Let me just show you what I mean. I've got one hanging up back here, bear with me. Now, these things were bought by myself, and this one particular was purchased by one of my sons for me, and I've used one already. These are proper professional drying towels. I like using them. Move this thing out of the way a minute. These drying towels, in my opinion, are the best thing to use for your car when you've washed it. Takes it all off in one streak, gets it done. If I'm not going to use that, I thought one of the ads I saw was someone was using one of these and blowing basically all the water off the car, all the droplets. So we'll go out in a minute and we'll give it a go. It should take water off a car, you know, but the good thing is about this, you can get into all the crevices maybe and the gaps, the door gaps and everything, and before it dries and stains the car. So that was the main reason why I thought I'm going to give this a go. Now, this particular one here, the Ron Telly, like I say, they all pee in the same pot. This comes in a dark blue, or a horrible looking blue colour as yellow, but it doesn't use the DeWalt. So if you see them for sale and you've got DeWalt batteries, make sure you get one that fits DeWalt stuff like this does, because if it don't, it won't work. Okay, that's that one. Let's go and try on a car. So here we are outside. Car is full of the proverbial rain droplets. What I'm going to do is get the Ron Telly with the DeWalt battery and see how good it is at taking these off. So here we go. Well, it still leaves small droplets. Obviously they're running down. Let's try it from on this wing here. Now this car has got a coating, a protective coating, that's only been on it about 2 weeks, and this thing is still leaving loads of droplets on it. So again, when you see the adverts and they're doing this off a car,
handheld leaf blower. And this thing is probably the best because you're able to get nice up and close and get all the water off like that. And especially getting it out of these hard to reach areas. This is suck leaf blower. And this thing is probably the best because you're able to get nice up and...
Don't believe the hype so much, because it ain't doing such a great job. Now, it does come with some fittings, so let's go back in and put a fitting on it. Now, the two fittings that go on here, one, they're very flimsy, very plasticky, and two, they've got these little things in them here, look, you can see that. And the idea is you get all four matched up, like so and so. Oh, what's going on? All right, let me just twist it then. Oh, God. Right. Well, that quiets it down a bit. Takes the high pitched. Ooh, so it blows my cap off. Not a chance. So far, not impressed. Okay, that in my opinion just restricts it a bit. You don't get the bigger blow, so get rid of that one. We'll put this one, longer one on, which again I can't see it making any damn difference to the actual performance of the thing. There's three. Didn't realise, thought there was two. This one might be different. Round end. Again, don't go on the easiest things in the world. They're only just made to, there you go. Right. Again, gives it a bit different noise, takes that high squeal out of it. Doesn't seem to be any better. No, can't even get my hat off. So far, they might be alright for that one time you want to get a bit of a dust out of a keyboard, you know, or you want to just clear your workshop bench down and whatever. But as you've seen outside on that car, like I say, has got a coating on that, which really should make things roll off. That's why it's got big beads on it, as you see there. This thing here should clear that, but it didn't. That's pissed me off a bit, because that's the main reason why I invested in it. Now, the investment, how much was it, you say? These things, even with discount codes and £1 off from the seller on TikTok shop, and this is where this came from, but just take that off, because deceivingly it makes it look as if you get that and you don't. You can buy it as a shell like this with these three extras, as I did. Some people, including delivery, are asking nearly £30 for these things. Others, yeah, if you put some coupons on, like I say, and get £1 off from the seller on TikTok shop. I got this one because all I bought it was the shell and 3 attachments. Didn't buy any, because you can buy it with 2 batteries. Don't bother with the batteries if you've already got DeWalt and you really want one of these things. Don't bother buying the 2 batteries. They won't be anywhere near as good as DeWalt. They could be a bit dangerous. They won't be as established as these for safety are, etc, etc. So I would just buy the shell if you're going to do it. Keep your money down to a minimum. Use your own DeWalt batteries. So this Ron Tally YCBF 001, luckily delivered, all done and dusted, just over 19 quid. 9.99 of that was delivery. So you're going to get delivery cost of a tenner now on TikTok shop of anything you ever buy. This is the first time I've ever used TikTok shop. Will I use it again if it's this kind of garbage? No, I probably won't. I'm not going to say who I purchased it from, what seller, because there's a lot to choose from there, and they're probably only making a couple of quid for each one they sell. So I'm not going to knock the guy for selling it, but I am going to knock the fact about the way it's, you know, sold, with the dumbass videos and the falseness and fake crap behind it. Some are even saying that 1,800 RPM, and then this is, I think, 1,300 RPM with a little motor inside there. Look, my advice: don't bother. But if you're getting one less than, say, 15 quid delivered, yeah, or you see a used one at a car boot and it's in the box, you know, complete, and it's a tenner, yeah, can't see why not for a tenner. There might be that odd use for it. But don't expect to go banging leaves, you know, real thick in your garden away from you, or taking, as you've just seen there on the car, the water off your car so that it's basically dry and ready to go. No, these things will not do that. Don't believe the hype. And if I'd spent 30 quid on it with two cheap batteries and a charger to use on it, I'd be sending it back, to be fair. But remember, the time you've got it in, you've got to send it back. The money it's going to cost you to send it back. You know, to be honest, the way it's put together and the way it's made, it's quite solid, and all the rubber around the handle is quite nice to hold. But as regards its performance, nah, bit of a letdown. Points out of 10. So I would give this, out of 10, including the build quality, a 5. And I'm being generous. 5 out of 10. These are a bit flimsy and awkward, and if you use them, it just takes the sound down a bit, but don't give you any extra power out the end. So yeah, I can't understand why you get them weird. Waste of time. But I'll put it with the rest of the tools. I'll find a use for it at the under 20 quid limit that I paid, so I'll be quite happy. So my recommendation, don't buy them. And if someone out there is saying that they've got a better one than this and that's better than that, don't believe it. They all use the same, you know, motors. They all use the same kind of RPM, and they're all going to give you the same result. Not great. Now there's some out there, some people selling these. Every time they press it, they go, whoa, as if it's twisting their arm. Again, absolute hype. Don't believe it. They're just trying to get you to buy it, you know. That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this one. I don't know what to do with this now. I suppose I'll put it back in the box and let it collect dust for a bit till I've got a use for it. See you later.